What's going on, people, and welcome to the Man Knows Football channel. You're here today for the Leicester versus Chelsea match review. A battle for the top four. Should be a good game. Leicester City are sitting in third position with 35 points. Chelsea are sitting in 7th position with 29 points. Leicester coming off the back of 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 games. Chelsea with 2 losses and 2 wins and a draw in their last 5 games. A lot of pressure for Frank Lampard. He's desperate for the 3 points. Chelsea desperate for the 3 points. Brendan Rodgers is no mug. He's a brilliant manager. Leicester's position speaks for itself. At this stage in the season, they're not there by chance. They're there because they deserve it. And likewise for Chelsea. Chelsea are 7th because they deserve it. A lot of controversy around Frank Lampard's name at the minute, and replacements are being talked about, but that's a conversation for another day. Let's focus on the game. Leicester have a relatively fit squad but may have to face Chelsea without Jamie Vardy. Vardy was actually subbed off in stoppage time in the Foxes' 2-0 win against Southampton at the weekend. Nampalys Mendy is also doubtful as well. As far as I know, those are the only 2 on the injury list for Leicester. Chelsea, again, they've got a relatively fit squad with only N'Golo Kante and Andreas Christensen with injuries. But before I give my thoughts, I'm going to allow Chelsea fans Roma and T-Dot to give their pre-match thoughts on the game.
Roma, aka the Black Ragnar, aka the guy who call me please. Chelsea v Leicester tomorrow, big game, lads. Super Frank, super. Listen, it's make or break tomorrow, you know. Kante, Christensen out. I need to see Billy Gilmour play in that position there. I'm going to get into my 11 that I think Lampard should start with tomorrow. So, this is the team I think, if he wants to get 3 points, he should start with. Yeah? In goal, Mendy. Left back, Chilwell. Centre backs, Zuma, Thiago. Right back, Reece James. If Reece James has been fit for a while, I've been seeing the news, he's just been letting him get more fit. If he's ready and he's ready to play, we need the boy's end product. We need his crossing ability and his way to beat a man and the way to find space. We need him for that Leicester game, because that game is going to be back and forth. I'm letting you know now, it's going to be an end-to-end game, and whoever scores, and whoever wins, wins. It's going to be one of them games. In the midfield, CDM, Gilmour. In the 8th position, Mount. In the 10, Havertz. Havertz has got to start this game here. With the likes of Tillemans and Maddison in the midfield, we need creativity. Havertz has got to start this. Right wing, we're going to go for Callum. Callum has to play this game. I'm not going to lie. No, forget that. I go back. Right wing, Ziyech. Left wing, Callum. Callum Hudson-Odoi has to start this game. I'm not going to lie. He has to start this game. The boy hasn't done nothing wrong. He has to start this game. And up front, I'll say up front for this game, it should have hurt me to say it, but Werner's going to have to start this game. We're going to need him to stretch. We're going to need his pace. We're going to need his pace up front. We're going to need him. So that's my starting 11. Chilwell, Zuma, Thiago, Reece James, Billy, Mount, Havertz, Callum, Werner, Ziyech. That's my starting 11. That is the team. If we want to go all-out attack, and if we want to really attack and bring it to them, because that's what Leicester are going to do and do to us with Vardy, Albrighton, Barnes. You know what they're capable of. Vardy's going to stretch Thiago's legs like it's not been stretched in a while tomorrow. The way he runs it behind, Zuma and them two have to be fully on point. That's why I say Billy Gilmour, because Billy Gilmour he don't shy away from a tackle. Same with Mount. We need the energy in the midfield if we're going to win that game. Running up, getting the ball back, pressing. We're going to need that. The tactics is that is the team that I said that I would want to play. Lampard can work around that. He can start Pulisic on the left. I don't mind. But Callum will have to start on the right. Ziyech will have to come off from the bench, because Ziyech hasn't really showed us nothing since he's come back from injury. Callum is on fire, so Callum has to start. If Pulisic starts on the left, Callum has to start on the right. Up front, I'm saying Werner, but if he goes with Giroud, I won't blame him. You know what I mean? Can we win it? Of course we can win it. Of course Chelsea can win it. But are we going out there with that intensity, the fight, because they got to fight for the manager tomorrow. This is a top four game. Leicester are fighting for the run. They're competing for the league. We beat Leicester, yeah. We're back in it. We're on 32 points, 19 games to go. So this is make or break for Lampard, man. It's make or break. Super Frank, we're with you. Chelsea, we're with you. Big game tomorrow, lads. We go again.
Yeah, come on. T-Dot, man knows football. Leicester, Chelsea, big game, man. I'm going to give my honest opinion on this one. I feel like Lampard isn't good enough for the job. Chelsea fans that know Chelsea and the level that we can be at with the team that we've got will know that Lampard is not the guy for the job. Let me just say that first and foremost. Brendan Rodgers is a tough manager to go up against. He was proven at Liverpool, done his thing at Celtic. He's got a team that, in all honesty, should not be in the kind of mix for the top four or even looking to get top four. Do you get what I'm saying? That team is not as good as our team on paper. Let's get that clear as well. But you see the way that he's got Tillemans playing, Harvey Barnes playing, he's got James Maddison playing, even flipping Johnny Evans, consistency at the back. All of them things matter when it comes to football. And the reason I've raised those things is because Lampard has not got any consistency with this Chelsea team right now. He's changing things up too much. And then I think because he's doing all of that now, he doesn't know his best 11. And we've seen it, man. Like, if you're a Chelsea fan, you will have seen that Lampard is just out of his depth. He's in deep water. Yes, you want Lampard to succeed and want him to do well, but he's in deep water. Leicester, we have a good record against them. We beat them in the FA Cup last season. We've hardly lost against Leicester. I guarantee you tomorrow they turn up. This should be an easy game on paper. Havertz, Werner, Ziyech, Thiago Silva at the back, Mendy in goal. And we have to give Mason his little credit. He's playing well at the moment, Mason Mount, but we have to give him his credit. He's playing well. But I'm guaranteeing you right now, Leicester are there because they play good football. They're where they are in the league because they play the right football. They don't piss around like we do. And this is the difference. For me, I can't see us beating Leicester tomorrow. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. We're not title challengers. We're not top four challengers. Let's keep that real. And he's got to pick the right team. Start playing the man them in the right positions and start putting man on the left and all these stupid things. It's not working. Do you get what I'm saying? He's got to do the right thing. So yeah, man. Hopefully we get the points.
Leicester, their last game against Southampton was pretty impressive. I was particularly impressed by Yuri Tillemans. What a player. Absolute maestro, man. He was just pulling the strings in that midfield as he has been doing for the past few games. I mean, the Belgian star created 2 quality goals as they battled their way to victory 2-0 against Southampton. So that's definitely going to be a danger man that Chelsea are going to have to look to keep quiet. Jamie Vardy, question marks remain for him. We don't know if he's going to be fit, but certainly a danger man that I can't not speak about. Vardy does love to score against Chelsea. He does have a decent record against the top 4 teams, to be fair. He, to me, is already a Premier League legend, has been a Premier League legend. You got to put some respect on Jamie Vardy's name. So if we are surprised and we do see Jamie Vardy in that lineup, I do feel that a goal, we may see a goal or potentially even 2 coming from Vardy, depending what Chelsea show up tomorrow. If Lampard gets the tactics right or if he gets the lineup right. Leicester City's defence now. That centre-back pairing, if we see Fofana and Soyuncu, fantastic young centre-back pairing, man. And that's one for the future as well. If Leicester can keep hold of those 2, they've got a bright future going ahead defensively. That triangle there, the goalkeeper and the 2 centre-backs is very solid. Even on the wings, man, that Castagna guy obviously was signed to replace Ben Chilwell, who signed for Chelsea and will most probably be starting against his old team tomorrow. Very good signing. He looks like he hit the ground running. He's had an injury recently. I think he's recovered from that and he's just getting back into match practice now. On the other side, the same can be said for Ricardo, who had a long spell off. Ricardo, to me, up until then, had a shout to compete with Trent Alexander-Arnold, in my opinion. A lot of people ain't going to agree. They ain't going to agree, but I do think he's a top quality right back. He can defend very well. Certainly a much better defender than Trent Alexander-Arnold. Going forward, obviously not. Trent is special. Their midfield, obviously, it goes without saying. Tielemans, their talisman, who I've already spoken about. I've spoken high things about. I mean, Chelsea are gonna have a tough time to close him down. There's a lot of players that Chelsea have got to look out for. Can they get it together for Leicester? Who knows? Who knows? I'm not gonna go too much in on Chelsea. I've let Roma and I've let T Dot express their views on them. Ndidi, who we know about, I imagine he'll be partnering Yuri Tielemans as normal. The three in front of them, James Maddison, obviously goes without saying, will occupy that number 10 position. What can you say about him? Another good player. Are we going to see Albrighton on the wing this time, or is he going to start with Ayoze Perez? Harvey Barnes as well. Leicester have a good crop of youngsters, I have to say, and Harvey Barnes is actually a decent player. Him and Maddison actually were the two players who scored the goals against Southampton, assisted by Yuri Tielemans behind them. Up front, we may see Jamie Vardy, we may not see Jamie Vardy. Kurt Zouma and Thiago Silva, assuming that's going to be the starting centre-back pairing for Chelsea, are going to have a lot of work cut out for them. Vardy is absolutely rapid. Zouma ain't slow, but Vardy is fast. And man's 34 years old and he's still cutting like that. He's quick. But yeah, they are going to have problems cut out for them with Jamie Vardy. And that's not to discredit the other players behind Jamie Vardy on the field. I mean, left side for Leicester, completely dangerous, man. Look, you've got Yuri Tielemans, you've got Harvey Barnes, you've got James Maddison to look out for. Justin, if he plays, good young fullback, even him, he's a good threat going forward. So that side's going to be tested. If Reece James is not fit, right, I can see that side being a huge problem for Chelsea, because what we saw from Azpilicueta against Fulham, man, for Chelsea fans, that was quite concerning. He was being torn to shreds. He couldn't handle the pace, man. That Robinson guy and Ademola Lookman, they was having fun on that side. If Azpilicueta starting, that would be a concern for Chelsea. I could definitely see Leicester exploiting that and getting goals from that side if Chelsea are not careful. This is a sticky one for me. I'm going to be optimistic and I'm going to say Leicester 2, Chelsea 2. And that for me, given my thoughts on Frank Lampard and his abilities as manager, that for me, according to Lampard's ability, not to the standard of Chelsea Football Club, is a good result for Frank Lampard. Brendan Rodgers, for me, is a much better manager than Frank Lampard. I mean, he's got Leicester City playing his football. They're playing good football, fighting for the title currently. We were finding Leicester City in this position last season, weren't we? Although they dropped out towards the end of the season. If they could learn from that mistake and keep up, they may surprise us. Could we see Leicester win the title again? Personally, I'm doubtful of it. Will I say never? I'd be stupid to after what happened a few years ago. But that's my thought on Leicester Football Club, and I've given my prediction. That's 2-2. Where will the goals come from, actually? For Leicester, I'm going to say if Vardy's fit, I'm going to give him a goal. If Harvey Barnes starts, I'm also going to give him a goal. I'm going to also say Tielemans and Maddison to each get an assist. For Chelsea, if Chelsea do score, I'm going to go with Giroud getting one and Ziyech getting the other one. Callum Hudson-Odoi assisting both goals. So you've heard our thoughts for the Leicester versus Chelsea game in our pre-match review. I want to say thank you to Roma. I want to say thank you to T-Dot for giving their thoughts, taking the time to record and send that in. Also, guys, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. There will be a lot of content coming out. We will be having features on this show. You will be seeing more of Leon Knight, seeing more of Roma, more of T-Dot. You'll be seeing other features on this show, so please stay tuned.